We looked all over the world, in Europe, Argentina, and came back to Montana, where we are from. So we came across this piece of property, did all the soil testing and covenants and whatnot to see if this was going to work for our spot, and everything worked out beautifully. We've got wonderful soils.
This is Willow Mountain Winery in Corvallis, Montana, the western part of the state, south of Missoula. We are in between the Sapphire and the Bitterroot Mountains. We're at about 3,600 feet above sea level, and this is our vineyard. We're not going to focus necessarily on a single varietal wine, as is often the New World style. We're going to focus on our region, on our soils, on our sunshine, on our water capability. The fact that we do have daily breezes, it creates a certain essence in the wines. And if you use a single varietal, you lose some of the quality of that because you're dependent on all of the chemistry coming from that one varietal.
We are standing in the white block, the sparkling block we'll call it. These varietals are selected for the balance of acidities, phenolics, flavors, aromas that contribute to a good solid base wine to make sparkling wine in the traditional method champenois. And that's something I've always wanted to do, so that's what we're doing. To my right is Prairie Star, one of the varietals. We've got wonderful soils. Typically considered a silty loam, but we have everything from the dark soils and right down through the volcanic ash, which is very beneficial to the grapes. And they make some beautiful wines when they have that volcanic ash in the soil. They all contribute to what goes into the wine. It's called the terroir, what is in that soil, what is planted around it. All those factors determine what your final wine product's going to be. But the volcanic soils are very beneficial. We are in the red block at Willow Mountain Winery. We have 3 varietals here, Marquette, Maréchal Foch, and Petite Pearl. This one is Marquette. You can see it's getting pretty heavy into veraison right now. You can see the color changes in the berries. They are gradual. Some are still pretty green, some are just a little pink. They will get fairly dark in purple, by the time they're done and ready. What they're doing right now is building their color compounds, their flavor and aroma compounds, the body and the structure of the wine. And the red varietals produce tannins, which you feel in the mouthfeel like you do not in the whites as much. But they're getting ready, they're getting ripe, and we'll harvest and make wine.
The grapes require a certain amount of energy from the sun, and the calculation is made from a typical latitude regarding how much sun is putting energy into the plants throughout the day. Well, here in the Bitterroot Valley, our sun comes up around 5:30 in the morning, and it's still up around 10:30 in the evening. We have a very, very low rainfall, especially through the middle of summer. So we get a huge intensity of sun all through the summer growing season. So our growing degree day calculation is actually affected by that. Our spring comes in a little late. We can have some frost that can affect our spring. Sometimes in the fall we can have some frost that affect that. But the summer season is enormously sun-filled. Therefore, we're going to get a tremendous amount of body from these wines. What we're doing to some degree is pioneering. Now granted, you're going to see others who've had grapes in the ground for in excess of 10, 12 years, but not a lot of acreage. It's risky. It's scary to have that much of an investment that takes that long to recoup before you can even determine whether or not the grape is going to work. Well, we've done it, it works, and I do think you're going to see a flourishing of vineyards around the state of Montana.
We're going to age this a little longer. It'll be bottled and available for purchase. Cheers.